David.
I know that no one can
Oh
smell
my
my breath.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Hello. We have
Hello,
started.
I'm brushing my
All
teeth.
the acting.
No.
The acting.
We're not acting. This is real life, IDS. This is a real life planet we live in.
Okay, so
Woo.
for some reason I have the need that I felt like I needed to brush my teeth, even though that no one can smell my breath on live stream. It just felt gross.
Actually, that's not a bad thing. It is bad to do it 2 seconds before we start, but, you know.
Yeah, fair enough. But it's not like you were gonna smell it.
Hey, you guys are exuding a fake personalities for the internet.
Yes.
Okay. No.
Guys, this is going to be the fake personality
Pretending to have
stream.
dental hygiene.
Yeah.
Pretending to have dental hygiene. Pretending to care about.
Wow, we got 17 people right off the bat.
I'm not saying
Welcome,
I'm not
everyone.
saying I'm not
Thank
I'm
you.
not saying that
We're
I'm not
building
saying that
stuff.
I don't really care
again.
about the dental. I don't really care about dental hygiene ideas. What I care about is having stinky breath and other people going, ugh, stinky. You know.
Halitosis.
Then why? Yeah. What, you already pointed out just a moment ago that it doesn't even matter the stinky part because you're on stream.
I know, but psychologically, it was just messing me up, and I would just be thinking about the entire time, thinking like, oh, these guys are thinking, man, he's stanky the entire time, even though they can't smell it.
Well, we've established you stanky. Now let's actually get to some of the people.
Stanky leg, haha, Dougie, haha, Numa Numa.
Bro, he's doing stanky leg. Stop, please.
I need to make a sequel to Carpet. I need to make a sequel to Carpet. Go, no, what are you doing? You're doing stanky leg. Don't you understand?
What are you talking about?
Remember my video I did called Carpet where that guy was dragging his butt on the carpet? Remember that one?
I do recall.
Yes. So I say I need to remake the video but make the guy doing a stanky leg instead of dragging his
What
butt.
a great idea. Alright, well now that you've spoiled that concept in the stream, it's going to really suck when people watch it.
Only 7 people know about it. Other few people that watch my channel, like the other 3.
Only 7 people are doing the stanky leg right now. It's fine.
Alright, everyone, get prepped for the stanky leg video coming to Larnu Works. Formerly Larnu of Metro Nui.
I'm going to...
Guys, in the comments, you can upload a video of yourself doing the stanky leg right now. Callan will put it next month.
Everybody talks about Austin Jones trying to get his 9-year-old fans, to twerk on camera for him, but no one talks about how he was also trying to get them to do the stanky leg too.
Yeah.
I mean
that's not a
that's
cool
how we
thing.
got off scot-free. The judge heard about the stanky leg thing. They were like, "We'll give you a pass for the other stuff."
Okay, I think I'm going to start off building Vampra. What are your thoughts on Vampra, IDS?
Okay, not me. I guess you don't care about me.
Basically,
No.
They go really crippled Vampra by not giving him legs, so he can't do the stanky leg.
It's true.
Wait, hold on.
Vampira's
a guy?
Vampra is a male man.
The thing is, it's weird because it's got a narrow face. Like, I can buy that being female.
Yeah.
It's just it was a guy.
Yeah.
So he's the
imagine
exact
Garage
opposite of Pyrex.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, I used to be able to do the stanky leg, but that was before I had my legs removed. Oh, and the Antros was like, God, I want to hear that story. Yeah.
Okay,
so
a lot of this is already built, so that's good.
So did you get the Torn with them, or did you just only get like Toa canister sets?
I was taking a risk there, but yes, it does look like all of the PHANTOKA Matoran are here as well, so that's pretty cool.
So the thing with the Matoran, I feel like it's like the entire gimmick of that year was literally let's have midgets doggy style giants. That was the entire gimmick that year.
Actually, the Toa ones are just, hey, look, I'm carrying my child in a baby Bjorn. While the Makutas was like, whoa, I'm being fucked in the ass. So it varies on the one you're talking about.
Yeah, I guess
it's
so.
true. It's the thing is, it's like, well, like in canon though, like they actually had little protrusions on their back, and the Matoran would insert themselves onto the protrusion, even though they were the tops. And this is all fucking confusing.
See, the thing is, right, my favorite gear function they put in Matorans was the 2003, not the 2003 ones, the scrap 2010 ones where you had the gear function to make them do the stanky leg.
So yeah, 2010, yeah, like the Bionicle Stars were going to just have like Matoran that did sticky legs, and that was the only gimmick they could do. They were no good at the minifigures.
How far are we going to run the stanky leg joke into the ground?
I just imagine just like who's giving a speech about Monday sacrificing himself, and he's all like, "We must move on," and all the stories just make this thing.
Yeah, he's like, "Let's come together as communities and live on here as far as Magda." And he's like, "Bro, he's doing this thing."
And you just get the ooh, kill him, ooh, kill him, ooh.
Make it an old man. So that guy, the old man, is like, "Oh, kill him."
I really like the idea of Tahu immediately after that image of Tahu holding up the mask of life, saying we must all come together. He just starts doing the stanky like right there. That's a powerful image.
Yeah, listen, like small brain mode, Fortnite funny dance, the philosophy, big brain mode, stanky leg.
Alright, I think that's enough stanky leg for one lifetime, frankly.
The Makuta robot was kicking the shit out of the modern of the Barrow Mag robot, right? But then when Madanui started doing the stanky leg and the prototype robot, it was just too much.
Like it's just like, that scene in Guardians of the Galaxy where Star-Lord is distracted Ronan by dancing, but instead he's just doing the stanky leg only while the moon comes in and just hits Makuta in his back of his head.
Oh my gosh. I feel morally opposed to this conversation.
I'm just picturing all the like Armagda, like their villagers being stomped to shit by this huge robot doing the fucking thing.
Stop it! Stop it!
This big fucking
I am literally feeling morally compromised by this conversation.
And all the Matoran are just like looking outside the Makuta robot and they see sticky leg Mondoria, and then they start doing the sticky leg back at the Makuta's minions, and Makuta starts going, "What are you doing?" At the power, the sticky leg is just like rattling his entire body and paralyzing
I just like to think as they're looking out the fucking windows of the robot, as it's doing this thing, like destroying all the villages, they're going, "Oh, kill him!"
Yes, Zion Illusionist rather. Says Callan emanates micropenis energy and IDS emanates big dingus energy.
That is pretty accurate. I also, in Caleb's words, exude big chungus.
That is not. I never have said that in my life.
Everyone, the deep dark secret. Caleb tries to act cool in these streams, but he thinks big chungus is the best meme of all time.
Shut up.
Yeah, listen. When I see somebody like who likes big chungus, I rallied the village to get him on the stake and take him to the witch trials.
Keith,
and when he's up there, they're like, when they're all like, "Oh, should we kill this man for thinking Big Chungus is funny?" I go, "Oh, kill him!"
Cage, you have unironically said
about Salem witches. They just started doing the stanky leg, and then all the men in the village were like, "Oh, kill him!"
This is appalling to me.
So actually, when I went to Amsterdam, one of the things I did there was that there's a town that's a couple, I think like a half hour or so away from Amsterdam. That was the place where they did all the weighing for if somebody was a witch or not. Oh. And I got weighed, and I have a certificate that clarifies that I am indeed not a witch.
Sweet. So you can never claim that under any circumstances.
No,
were men witches? I thought women were witches.
Men could be accused as witches. However, it was mostly women.
Isn't the lore that men are warlocks? Isn't that a thing?
I thought that was a thing that I think men can, according to the museum, men could also just be labeled as straight up witches.
Dang.
Yeah.
I wish I was a warlock.
Yeah, I wish I had Warcock.
Does that mean that you just have big dick energy when you go into battle?
it's just all pitted with fucking bullet wounds and like trenches, and it's disabled because it's a Vietnam vet.
Oh no! I'm afraid this video will go sexual because of Callan's love for oatmeal. What is this comment? Stop it!
If you substitute oatmeal for Big Chungus, it's correct.
Shut up!
Exactly.
He just literally said that he loves Big Chungus, which I have not.
I have not said I've loved Big Chungus.
I saw the message recently. Don't lie. Do
I
not
don't
deny this.
I can't believe you're framing Cage for your Big Chungus love.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop. This.
Now I have gone on record stating that there have been some Big Chunguses that I think are funny, but the grand majority of the meme not good. But again, I feel like a good portion of memes can be classified as like having a couple good ones, but not.
It was never funny. But maybe there was a window where it was funny, but far beyond that window. Like if your house had a window down the fucking street, we're down the street, but Caleb still thinks Big Chungus is funny.
Shut up!
It's there's like it can get into like a debate where there's like the difference between like ironically funny and legitimately funny, and I feel like Big Chungus like can only be in the realm of like ironically funny, and there's been a couple like ironic laughs I've gone through it, but I've never gotten one.
I don't think I have a good friend. I have a good friend who really disagrees with that.
Oh okay, yeah. All right, you know what?
I think you should disown anybody who thinks that Big Chungus is funny legitimately.
Get him out of your life, dude. You really need to cut this person off of the head.
There was a video I saw that was
DC379. I'm glad to be your favorite BioTuber because that's
get out of here. You're bad choice for a favorite BioTuber. Get out of here, Marvel DC39. You know who you should say is your favorite BioTuber?
That let's watch. Let's check out this cool. Check out.
Oh my gosh!
This meme.
Connection issue. Try that meme again.
Erection issue. Try that meme again.
It's too late.
Yes, give it one more go.
It's too late to suck a cock.
Oh no! Did we lose him?
So, there was this one thing I was watching that was a conversation. It was just kind of like, I don't know. I don't really know how to describe it as aside from like a couple minute special on HBO where basically they had a video podcast set up with some stand-up comedians.
Cool.
And there was in the video I'm trying to remember which comedians were there. It was Jerry Seinfeld, Chris Rock, Ricky Gervais, and Louis C.K. pre-masturbation outing. Okay, so there's one part that, like, in the thing that was brought up that I think is kind of interesting, which is that in it there's a story where I think it. I'm trying to remember which one told the story, but I think it was I think it was the chronic masturbator. The chronic now. Quit interjecting. You're not funny.
All right.
But in it there's
dude,
and the
Big
story.
Chungus of me is real upset right now, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Your Big Chungus is just rumbling right there.
Big Chungus is firing. Oh.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, basically the main point is that they were talking about people who've bombed, and one of them told the story of so this one time when they were at a comedy club, the person that was like a bit before they went on stage, their whole entire bit was that they were singing sitting on a dock by the bay. But instead, singing the song as "Sitting on a Cock 'Cause I'm Gay." That was the song.
Yes.
And then what was the reaction through it was that half of the comedians there were laughing because it's so bad and embarrassing, and it's funny because of irony, while the other half were laughing because they legitimately thought the joke of "Sitting on a Cock 'Cause I'm Gay" to that song was a funny concept.
Yes.
So. That's
your question to us, based off of this narrative, is.
Well, I was talking about like how it's interesting, like how some things can be funny to some people as ironic, and some things that are funny not because of irony. And to me, I still can't figure out if it's ironically funny or legitimately funny. I don't know which one that is. What I do know, for example, however, is Big Chungus is not legitimately funny. He's only ironically funny. So Big Chungus is not ambiguous, but sitting on a cuck that's pure ambiguity.
I don't even think it's ironically funny. I don't think of one utilization.
Well, to be completely fair, I'm saying this in like the most dry tone possible, so there's like no like comedic delivery in the way I'm telling about this joke.
Yeah, if he says if Cage can be the ultimate fence sitter if he says things as blandly as possible so that you can't jump down his throat.
Well, of course he's a fence sitter. He's the Boogie 2998 of biology.
Listen, I'm not a fence sitter. You know what I'm sitting on?
What?
I'm sitting on the cock 'cause I'm gay.
Watching
you
your
call
login suck your anus. Ooh. Would you do that? Would you? Okay, if Joelcom came up to you and asked to finger your bum, would you let him?
I'd physically assault him and hit him and like lay him out on the pavement.
Yeah, you're literally making threats against like a dad.
No, I'm not making threats against a man. What I'm saying is, if a man came and was like, "I'm going to
like with a 6-foot robot in a red hat with gold streaks on it," came up.
Yeah. If this giant robot walked up to me, he's like, "Oh, hey guy, can I finger your buggy?" I'd be like, "Get the fuck out the way!" And it's like, hit him and just push him aside on the dirt, how I said.
Madanui, guide these fists, and you just start laying him down.
Actually, that reminds me completely.
What if you were a clerk at Publix, right? You're just doing your job, and then Jalorcom came in and going,
I would probably initially be like, "Is that him? What?"
What would you do? What would you do?
When you start making those noises, I'd probably be like, "That's really weird. I would not expect that from him. Just with all my goofs and jets, I would not expect him to actually walk in and be retarded."
So, that actually reminds me of I forget
Excuse me, my name's Cage.
Yeah, you're not funny. Anyway, it's like, have we told the Caleb or even on the stream the story about when the bicycle incident when I was hanging out with you in the UK?
The bicycle incident? You
remember? It was the first day that we were walking to. So we were going to the Boiler Room Music Festival, and we were walking on the sidewalk, and then. What happened was that, I was just looking straight while walking with you, and then at one point there was, I heard something fall down. Looked like in my peripheral vision, some people were working on some maintenance, and just something got knocked over, and IDS just jumped out of the way to avoid it. And then I quoted the iconic Hodge Twins line, "Get the fuck out the way!" Because we quote Hodge Twins all the time to each other. However, turns out. What he was avoiding was not, a couple things falling. What he was avoiding was not some maintenance tools falling down from one another, but what really happened was. You take the story. You take the story.
I just literally forgot his life experience. He cannot help you.
Okay. So what happened was that. What really happened? Somehow completely missed my vision. There was a guy walking with his bicycle, and there was like some bags there, and he was trying to step out of the way for IDS and I, and he went, "Oh, sorry," and then he accidentally fumbled and dropped all of his bags on the floor, and he didn't pick it up.
And I just kept hounding Cage saying he was a piece of shit for doing it
because when he dropped the stuff, that's what I heard and saw in the peripheral vision of him jumping around. So. What I thought was him avoiding maintenance tools.
Yeah, because it was really funny because this guy was just trying to be a nice guy, trying to kind of step around the side of a space. The guy drops all his shit, and then Cage out loud says, "Get the fuck out the way." So not only some innocent guy, some innocent guy who was not only trying to be nice and then dropped all his shit.
Oh my gosh!
To just say,
That is awful. Like, that's making me think of, like, even worse than the situation. I mean, obviously this is a different reaction, but that video of the guy who's the bicycle. Did you see the GoPro cam? The guy bikes right into him as he's working on his car, and he gets pissed off and attacks him.
what? Why are you going fast over the?
Yeah, why are you go fast? What? But it's like even worse than that, because it would be like if that guy turned around and was like, "Hey, what happened? Did you hit me with your bike? And I'm so sorry. Sorry, what happened?" Like, he was just being nice about it, and then the biker just took off. Oh my god!
I'm glad you reminded me of that, kid, because I forgot that even happened.
Yeah, that happened.
I kept calling you a piece of shit after.
No, but what you were saying was, man, you become true Chad. I was like, no, it's not. It's like true Chad mode. True Chad dude, not giving a shit about other people.
Yeah, so,
Side note,
funny.
The virgin kind man who tried to get out of the way. The Chad, get the fuck out of the way.
And also, it's worth mentioning at this point too. I was also wearing a tank top, and over that tank top was a button-up shirt with like this collars and cuffs on them that had a bunch of roses on it. So I was like going like full-blown Italian here, and in the middle of freezing weather, mind you. Like, what I was wearing was like way too thin for what I was walking.
Also, mind you, I was full support of this outfit.
Yeah, even though I could have easily been Ellen's sister in this outfit, you know.
That shit was lit, dude.
Okay, yeah, I think I've almost 100% completed him. I think he's missing a piece, but whatever. Some of these pieces I can just fill in the gaps later.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna get to the main of them. But Vampra is basically done, so that's cool.
Yeah, you know, Rudaka was a Makuta attracted person, so she's a map.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have a story kind of similar to that, but it's way less funny or interesting because I lead a much more boring life, I guess.
Yeah, I just got to say, before you do it, I just want to reiterate, I'm really glad you brought that up, because I completely forgot that happened.
That is a great story.
Which is why...
You completely left me hanging there when I was like, you take it away? Come on, you do it.
Yeah, that's because I was just like, I vaguely remember the bicycle thing, but I couldn't finish, like, it was coming back to me, so when you said take over the story, I was like, no, because I'm trying to piece it together in my head as you described it.
Amazing. Yeah. IDS was just like, Larnu, guide this narrative. Oh, man.
When I go to the urinal, I'm like, Jevik, guide this piss.
Wait, are you saying that Jevik just pops up and grabs you? Are you saying that when you go to the urinal, Jevik just pops up and grabs your wiener to direct your pee into the urinal?
No, it's more so the metaphysical concept of Jevik. Like, I just, like, you know, I'm just sit there flaccid. I'm like, stand there flaccid. You don't really sit at urinals. I stand there flaccid. Cool. And I'm just looking at it, and I go, Jevik, guide this piss. And then you have the Star Wars,
like an astral projection. Just
I think screw the Star Wars music. The Nostalgia Critic theme should play there.
it's just like a John Williams rendition, like in the same tune of like the do like that Jedi theme, but just the Nostalgia Critic go down 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 down, played on that wood one on like a woodwind instrument.
Apparently, that's a remake. Apparently, it's a remake of a Queen song. I didn't.
Really?
Nostalgia Critic was like, I'm ripping off Queen now.
Oh man.
Doug Walker was sitting at his home and he's thinking, who should be like my theme song? Looks through his discography, pulls up, pulls up Bohemian Rhapsody, and then he goes, yes, Queen.
I'm going to pick up a few questions real quick before I continue with my story, because I have no intention on actually reacting to what you just said, Marty. But
cool.
So people have been asking about abortion. Like, was there some abortion joke in the last stream that I'm forgetting? Someone asked how my abortion went. And also someone asked, Enderboy asked if we missed Shadow Gear, and I don't think any of us were close. You guys weren't really close to Shadow Gear, so the answer is really not really. So that's a pretty easy answer.
My only interaction with Shadow Gear was that trying to think, there was a a stream that Caleb was doing ages ago with a bunch of his mock pages buddies that were supposed to be like reviewing mocks on a live stream. And Caleb had to go for a couple minutes during it. But the second that happened, everything got derailed. And the guys on the stream just were completely ignoring reviewing the mocks and instead just complaining about stuff no one really cared about. Dang. And I was like, hey guys, we need to move this on. And I was trying to help like redirect the show.
Yeah, but my spirit called out to you and said, Larnu, guide this stream.
Yeah, but what happened was that, in the situation, I was the only, this was my first and really only time interacting with this group. So they were just kind of looking at me and be like, who's this loser? Why he's trying to boss us around? And they just really hated me. We're getting real.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Was that the big 4-hour one we did where you kind of came in towards the end of it, or was this a different one?
I forget. You had to get KFC for your family.
Okay, then that is the different one. Yeah, you were in a couple of them. The first one you actually were a part of. You kind of came in at the end there, and Shadow Gear actually kind of set a precedent really with a lot of he did like a compilation of bits from that live stream, and he omitted you entirely.
Oh yeah.
But it's funny. You can kind of hear your voice briefly at the end of the animation bit he did. But
also, I'm going to respond quickly to Giadro and Micro saying, "Do I remember Leno Dude 15 or T1 moves?" I used to actually love their videos.
Yeah, Leno Dude was cool.
Oh yeah, actually, Leno Dude and T1 are the reason why I started doing Bionicle stop motion and eventually led to me to doing animation. Like my turban is dirty is like a great inspiration for us all.
To be fair, that was great for the day.
Yeah, Actually, the thing is, like, two of them, like, as far as like Bionicle biotube achievements go, like, two of my biggest ones I'm proud of is I have both received a comment from Leonard 15 as well as also Robomaniac's whatever number, but unfortunately, on both situations they were not on main channel videos, so it frustrated me. What happened was that I had another YouTube account that I never really did anything that was connected to my private email that I accidentally uploaded a couple Bionicle videos to, and one dude commented on one of those. And then and it was the Larnu T channel, now Larnu Meme Center, when I was doing Bionic Dolts, when I did the parody of Robomaniac, he commented on that video. So at least that one's still around, but still.
I can't remember. I remember seeing Leno Dude comment in someone's circle. It might have been that, or it might have been on one of... Did he ever comment on one of your videos, IDS?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did it
around, I want to say around 2012. 2012, he came back briefly. I don't know if he uploaded, but he came back briefly and he was commenting on my shit, which was cool.
Yeah. I remember he animated like a He-Man thingamajig of that, and then like a Gamer Rage moment, and then that was it.
Yeah. I don't think he ever commented on my videos, but I know that back in the day, my cringy 2012 by-election thing, I did a really bad Mr. Stupid parody joke thing, and he commented on that because he did an election thing of his own. He was kind of an inspiration for me when I was starting to do Bionicle stuff, Robomaniac, because I liked his funny his political PSA stuff, and I thought that was cute. I haven't watched it in a while. I think it's kind of holds up. I know that more so his audio does not hold up at all because he was spiking the mic all the time, and it gives you a headache going back listening to it. But as far as his animation, I remember it was still good. The camera quality not great, but
one of the first people to actually use sets in his videos.
Yeah, he did lots of funny stuff with that. I like how we actually had a decent, like, consistent in the high 10s and low 20s following. As soon as we start talking about Bionicle YouTubers, it just drops.
Well, the last thing I'm going to say on this subject is the fact that, like, it's. I remember, like, Kid Torturing at Walmart being, like, one of the most, like, popular Bionicle videos, like, for years.
He used to always.
And it also.
He's always been recommended.
Yeah. Always.
Also, did you guys ever see this like live action series that was like the Quest for Toa and Ico, which were basically about two man children like running over to Walmart to try to get Toa and Icos?
and I never saw that. Did you ever see that one video? Two new box for each. It was weird, and I cannot for the life of me find it.
Which one?
Juicy
You gotta.
box?
That doesn't
It
sound.
used to be two new black border. They were literally just fucking, and then that face mask was just an.
Yeah, you're really cutting out.
Caleb, you should talk about your favorite video on Newgrounds. That's Bionicle.
Yeah, you look up Bionicle on the Newgrounds, and you'll very easily find it. I can't remember the title, but it basically
It's literally the subject matter.
yeah, it's something like Bionicle rapes another Bionicle, something like that, and it's a fun video. I would recommend it. Take a look. Look it up, Newgrounds. Look up Bionicle and look at the videos. You'll find it. Thanks to Little Dude 15, I have constant headaches and PTSD whenever I hear a mic spike. Was his bad as well? I don't remember him. He had ear rape jokes. That's for sure.
Yeah, he had a lot of those. I don't know how bad his microphone quality itself was.
He never really... only towards the end, or some of his last few videos, did he actually start recording stuff. And I remember his mic not being the greatest, but he was decent enough comedically.
It was like headset microphone stuff.
Yeah,
It was acceptable for definitely the time.
Yes.
Nowadays, it definitely would be seen as like bruh.
Pretty stinky today, but all right. Then.
Like back then, it was seen as like a pretty decent meme, but then nowadays they would just be seen as like just it would go on your cringe compilation in terms of my quality.
Ugh, cringe, dude.
Yeah, bro, that's cringe.
Pro, that's Jared.
Yeah.
IDS, have you gotten over your poop sock lately? Apparently not. What is this guy's problem? Oh.
Okay, Sendor Dawnburst said heading to bed, just saying hi, have a good day.
Aw. Thanks for popping in.
My audio. Why is my connection so shit?
Why? Your audio jungle is not working.
You just can't make good connections with people in your real life. That's why you talk with us on streams.
You can't make good connections. That's why you get erections.
So that's a horrible, sobering thought. To be honest, Jesus.
No, I didn't mean it. Ideas, don't leave us, please.
Oh, come on. At least you have a real green tea pang that's interested in you right now.
Oh, yeah. Here, I'm building Gavla. Do you guys remember Gavla? Okay, serious question to anyone in the comments. Wait, am I the only one who thought it was Galva growing up?
I used to think. I swear that's a massive Mandela effect. I swear loads of people used to call it Galva.
I swear it was Galva.
No, seriously, no. Who is Galva?
The vampira's little bitch.
Little blue girl. She is a girl.
Okay, so the chica
also,
chica that's giving vampire dick. Got it.
Yeah.
Also, the thing is the thing with her, she's interesting because she's a bit of an Arkmau-esque person. Because as far as I was aware, she actually prefers. Like her life used to suck, but she is actually happy once she gets mutated or like fucking shadowfied. She's actually really happy, and she's actually really upset when fucking Takuba cures her.
Yeah.
Didn't I'm trying to remember correctly. Like, didn't those Matorn, like, even though they were here, they were still mutated?
I don't know.
I have no idea. It might just be a drawn thing because they wanted to keep the sets the same, but it is implied based off the comics that when they get cured, their appearances are not reversed.
Does it show them being cured? I feel like it just shows them being like blasted, but I think
I think there was like a panel.
But that means that their brains are working again, right?
Yeah, I guess the thing is, my thing is, some of them can do, like Kirot, for example. Okay, you have clawed feet now, that's a big shame. Fair enough, but you're good now. Imagine being Radiac, you're like a weird creature bitch now.
Yeah, you don't have no feet anymore.
Like, literally, how the hell is he supposed to do the stanky?
Come on! You had to jump back to it, didn't you? You had to.
You can just chill with Tarduk in the corner of just like weird mutants.
Oh.
maybe he can go on and fornicate with the Zesk. Who knows?
Oh yeah, I got a full Tarduk again. Is Tarduk one of like the most useless sets? I feel like I have that kind of vibe.
You know why I disagree? Because for whatever fucking reason, when Madanui goes to find the Allspark, Tarduk comes with him.
That's true. He actually, in the story, he has some kind of purpose. But
yeah,
really
Tarduk
kind of
is
the final comic. He's there because he just tagged along for whatever. I don't know why.
Because Tarduk's like whole entire thing was that he was like a treasure hunter.
But do you remember that story, the serial with him, where they go in the maze? The whole story is so pointless because it just ends at the start, and it's just like, was it a dream? I don't know. And it's like, man, the 2009 serials are fucking retarded. That one, Zamlad's Tale, they're all useless trash.
Oh yeah, it's just a bunch of tripe, isn't it?
I'm trying to think. What was honestly, like, I'd argue that Barracks was like a more pointless character than Tarduk because Tarduk actually had things, and in all reality, like
Barracks had a starring role in the movie, so as annoying as it is, he isn't.
Well, the thing is, like, Barracks was just like he's just a loser that just found drunk and could slap things together. He was the only guy to. Well, actually, he has some some credit going for him because he has like the biggest brain out of all the Bionicle characters because he came to the realization that they were all made by Lego. They're all Lego pieces, so you can actually build things and just slap things together and make something out of it. So he has that big brain logic going on there.
Actually,
that was so funny, Martin. That was just one of the funniest jokes you've ever told.
Yeah, it's also funny. Your life.
But the Petraga knew that shit. That's why they rebuilt the 2003 Motor. Bitch.
Oh yeah, fair enough. But at the same time, the Traga though, like they were all like, we need to turn these things into McDonald's toys, as opposed to Barracks, which is literally just like figured out that the bucket exists and he just slaps things from the bucket.
Yeah, but I want to slap that idiot.
But Cage, just let's build this beef even further. I love how when I catch you on an off moment, trashing you. You just go right back for the no you jokes. It's great.
Yeah, because
if you want to pick one Ogori that's useless, the most useless is Atticus Finch. The poorly raised German scout.
But like, I guess kind of, but at least that you can like argue that Atticus is one of like a ton of them. So he's
not. He's his own guy. He's technically his own guy.
I know that technically he is, but he's still. It's in the same vein as.
If you say that, then
Paraga.
Technically the Zesk is useless. You could say the Zesk is more useless then, because technically you see no Zesk really in the story. The Voroks do the exact same thing as the Zesk. The Zesk are just baby Voroks, basically.
All right, so in order of uselessness, I would argue it would go Zesk, Atticus, Finch, Ranu, then. That's what's bizarre. Tarduk's actually in the top 3. Metis is number 1 for sure. And then I guess I'd say maybe it's a kind of a toss-up between Barracks and Tarduk.
I'd say Barracks only because he got the movie role.
Yeah, he has much more screen time than anyone else, even Metis included. But Metis is more important.
Because even before the movie, you see him in that first comic, him running away.
Yeah.
Whatever.
He does. He as useless as he may be in his appearances, he has those appearances and he does things.
Also, the set's dumb, but we get a Marder Blue Avatoran body, we get dark blue Marder feet, blue Tahu sword. Dude came with some cool pieces.
Yeah. I guess there was all base.
All for the value of $8.
Yeah. Taraga Vakama was a pedo, according to Spiderball.
No, you got it wrong. It was Ninja, that was the pedo.
He's the definition of the incel.
But Vakama, like, he really hated children. I mean, like, he I always felt like it was specifically dickish of Vakama. For the reason why he banishes Takua to go after the Mokoki stones is just because Takua just was kind of wandering up. He's just all like, oh, you just like, you're just like wandering around. You just like, getting distracted. Well, fuck off. You're no longer allowed to come back to my home.
It was a weird little rivalry thing. I was like, going to the other villages? Are you fucking serious? We live in a segregated society.
We live in a society, Takua.
What do you get when you take a blue Kanohi, a red body, and yellow feet.
I'll tell you what you get your
You get
mask
what you-
back. Literally, the
You
guy
get a Makoki stone.
It's also funny too, knowing that like how like the whole entire thing of like how the comet talks to Tekua at the end of the Nog. You know, he's like,
You finally found your story. Oh, that's Moscow Light, my bad.
well, but it's still the same type of thing that he's doing there. He's like all talking to him and like even refers to Tekua as his friend, and like he kind of like the comet completely like manipulates the fact that he's all like, oh, this guy has amnesia. Okay, I can basically, be nice to his face. Then he won't know that I was a complete asshole to him prior.
Yeah, it's true. Oh man.
Now that segregation has been absolved, you're a really great guy.
Yeah.
Karaga, today we are gonna make some money. I don't get that one, Kopek 2001.
Vakama and Nokama
is such a strange movie thing. What? Oh, is Lego Rowan? Are you suggesting like them being an item or something?
Well, honestly, I think it's weirder how they'll be calling each other your brother and sister, while Matau's still like, fuck that shit, I'm gonna smash Nokama.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, right? They say that, but the Metru all came from like
Yeah.
different places. Like if you think about it, they all came from their own little villages, so they definitely weren't. But they were born with the same womb.
That's true. And as we've talked about before, Hydraxon trained them all together.
Can we also talk about how it's funny that the Toa were just born as adults? They were just like,
Yeah.
it's just like, yes, since gaining consciousness, I've been like this entire man size. It's like being born.
Honestly makes them feel like. I guess I don't know. You could argue that presumably they could have been a lot less, even less adult-like in their training with Hydraxon. Regardless, but you kind of have to have them always be Toa if they're going to stand out from all the other Toa you have in the story. Because every other Toa team started as Reformed, as far
Jesus
as
Christ!
What happened?
I don't know. That's too edgy for the stream.
Is it a
gotta be
joke or
bad
is it a
if
meme?
it's too
Is it a meme that you just saw, or what was it?
No, it's just a meme I thought of.
Oh,
say
Okay, just link it in chat, and I'll judge on if it's too edgy or not.
Amazing.
Also, if somebody keeps on shouting, Paradis is the most useless character ever. Thanks, Suddenly Oranges. Very original observation.
Yeah. Oh.
Wait, who's useless character?
It's Paradis. The thing that the guy.
Rather.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Wow, that's
Yeah.
real.
Yeah, pedo tits. Yeah.
90% of. I think 2009 had the highest percentage of useless characters.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like
It's a fucking shit year.
oh, it's a cool year. Shut up! It's a cool year. There's cool things
Shut
there.
up. Put your money where your mouth is.
Strack is better than any canister set that came out in 08.
No, I'm.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Also, I'm just gonna say
Arguably.
when 2008 finishes, and there's this great Rain of Shadows is ready to go, and Rex sees in the pot, and he's walking by a fucking dumpster and sees a dumpster. How about some retards throw fruit at each other in the desert? He lifts it up. He reaches in with his big hairy fucking forearms and picks up this dirty script and goes, "I have finally found my story."
Thanks, Greg. Oh man, that's epic. Oh, gross. Yeah,
which Toa
a little
is-
stinky mongrel in me.
Spiderball wants to know which Toa is most likely to listen to Weezer. Clearly not Kopaka. He's too much of a Fred Durst theorist.
Yeah.
Also, I was reading about Fred Durst at work earlier. He was like the vice president A&R at Interscope at one point.
Oh,
Interscope?
really?
Yeah, the label that
That's
like has like
great.
Aftermath and all shit. And
Feel the wrath of Fred Durst. Dang it!
fuck my cousin in his asshole, slit my mother's throat. Guess who Jaloka signed at Interscope?
Fred Durst. Wait a second. Was that actually factual? The joke that they say in the one song. But Bizarre, you're signed to what is the other one? There's some line in
Capital. No, it's not.
Huh? It's a different song.
Yeah,
right?
he signed to Capital, but he's not.
Capitol,
Yeah, Capital.
Yeah.
But was
Also,
he actually
Spider-Ball-
signed to Capital at any point?
Also, Spider-Ball was commented, no comma is cute.
Yo, Callan, how you been?
Whoa,
I'm
calm down.
revamping my Cyber Knights for
Yeah.
easy poses. Cool, Draganta. I'm doing all right. I got all these yesterday, basically as a birthday present for myself, and I'd say it's worth it. Did you
Lego Rowan says, I imagine Kopaka as some edgy weeaboo kid. I imagine Kopaka as like what Sasuke wanted to be, but he was actually cool.
The fuck is
Yeah.
Sasuke?
He's the guy. He's the edgy 13-year-old from Naruto.
I don't know. 13-year-olds gross me out, dude.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
And
Okay,
that's-
I have all of the Matoran basically built. A lot of the Toa are missing some things, and I just don't necessarily want to rebuild them. But it is cool because I got a lot of pieces from Kopaka 2008 that I've never. And as I told you before, I think I was basically able to collect all of them, but now there's some duplicates that I can use to fill out some things. My what is it? The Rocco is fully built again, so I'm happy about that.
Cool. I wish I got the Rocco. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to track it down now, unless if I'm lucky.
Yeah, now it's too hard to get Axelaras. They always cost like £90. I still think the
Yeah.
Jet Tracks are the best one, but
You can
Yeah,
find these things a lot of times on Shop Goodwill. Keep an eye out for the right deals.
I don't. Is that even in the UK? I don't know.
Well, I don't know about you.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, like I still need to put together my haul video that I recorded a little while back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did. Probably like, I mean, to just completely spoil it, like the best stuff that came as full sets was I got the majority of Britaka and a bunch of Vaki. I hopefully can build all Tuma, but I'm not quite sure yet. And I'm have the majority of Vezin and his spider thing, but I'm missing a lot too.
Nice. Oh yeah, it's kind of funny too getting these guys because I distinctly remember a friend of mine in 2008 getting him, like or not. Obviously I didn't pay for it because I'm a little dumb kid. But do you ever remember like going out shopping with your parents to get presents for friends and you choose a Bionicle thing for them that you never owned? Did that ever happen
Yeah.
to you?
That
Yeah,
happened to me
my
one time with the black Visorak, and I was pissed because obviously Keytoran was new that year, and I was like, these yellow Boracai, these yellow limbs.
my situation was that my mom bought all the Rahaga and was actually for a while the whole entire thing where she bought one of each and then was like, hey, which ones do you want? And then like I think I picked up manga and my brother picked Irani.
Nice.
And then so we got duplicate. So then she got one of those for each of us. But then just was like, okay, these ones are just given to other kids if they, whenever it's like a birthday, I just always have something to give them. Yeah, that lasted all the way up until I think the Mari. Like, so, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so, yeah, that. Yeah, it's funny. I when I talk, like, whenever, like, my mom hears the subject about Bionicle collecting, like, I don't like about talking about it too much, around her because sometimes she feels bad because she's kind of like, oh man, if I knew that you liked collecting this stuff, like, I would have just, bought like some duplicates and kept them in a box and not give them to you until you were like 18 or something.
Well, that's a big brain prediction there. So that's not really her fault.
Yeah, I know. And besides, I mean, like as far as like getting things, I mean, like luckily buying Bionicles secondhand, like I've ran like the wide majority of the Bionicles I've gotten have been in good condition. Rather than bad condition, which is nice.
That's the thing that's nice about Bionicle. You'll get a lot of things that are kind of messed up from age, but a lot of times people got them and they just didn't wear the joints down that much.
Yeah, they just built them and put them on their shelves. What's funny is that in some cases the joints become a little bit more awkward because they haven't been moved around very early and they've just been stuck for so long and not moved.
Yeah, I got a used Nuparu and Ica maybe a year ago, and his joints are so stiff, it's crazy.
My
Stiffer
yeah,
than my erection.
yeah, yes. Yeah, you know, I was like, I
tried
tried.
saying that either. It's just a fact.
Anyways, yeah, the more this call goes on, like my throat has been. I'm not just saying this as an excuse to make like dry delivery being that that didn't have good emphasis on it be funny. I'm actually that's just me being shit. But though, like my voice is actually, the more I'm talking, the more I'm concerned I'm coming down with a cold. Because I started to feel a bit of a sore throat yesterday, and now it's kind of like that feeling of like something yucky back there that's like starting to emerge. As tensions are rising, gravity hurts.
The 2008 Makuta are half decently and well written, and the other half is an absolute catastrophe. Gorath being the prime example. She only has 2 character traits: being cruel and loving pterodax. Yeah,
but she's also a woman, so like does she need any other traits?
So wait, a woman that loves pterodax and is cruel. Did you mean Rudaka?
Yeah, not exactly the most original character, is she?
Yeah, it's like
I wouldn't say disaster. How's that a disaster though? If anything, that's just bland.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm happy with that. Like, what's Bittle? Bittle's a dickhead.
Bittle is just a multiple. He's just a.
Plus, he has an interesting thing because he says, "Oh, obviously his mask is like a gift and a curse. It's like a fuck you for Christmas. His gift is a curse because he brings back previous versions of himself. So at points randomly
back. Urges?
But the thing is, what's funny, he probably comes back. The whole point is he comes back injured from time to time because he's like, shit, I've been pulled into a huge battle. But what's interesting is if there was ever a movie in 2008, they should have made a point where at like midway through he's like, oh, I'm not returning anymore, not knowing he's going to be dead like soon. So there's no point beyond that where he's
so cool. I like that idea a lot.
You just really think, oh, sweet, not knowing he's just about to fucking die.
Come on, Greg.
Yeah, no, you did.
It's not even that hard of a thing to write, but it's very cool.
How the movie should go is just him realizing, I'm not coming back anymore. Cool, and then you just hear and then this Kitonga is just there to smash. Yes. And like Kitonga just fucks off for the rest of the movie again. He's just there for that one scene.
Thing is, I just like to think the Toa like, the energy storms are here. How are we gonna get out? Fucking Kitonga air drops. And just like, go! And fucking just smashes the fucking storm with his bare hand.
Actually, in all reality, though, like one thing I'm confused about Kitonga on is like, where the hell is he? Like post.
If you read stories, he comes back and actually helps fight in the Battle of Metronui, where the Mari and all the shit is happening. In fact, what's cool just from a cool perspective is there's a scene where both Brutaka, Axon, and Kitongu are fighting together, which is cool.
Yeah, that's so you just got basically got big hands, tall gold guy and a monkey just beating shit together.
Yeah, it's just like Axon could go Brutaka.
Yeah.
Honestly, would that not be like the coolest movie scene ever though? Like if they treated it like an Avengers one shot with all the fighting going on.
Listen, how it would go is that Makuta's army would just realize, hey, why are we on this casting couch? And then they turn around and they just hear Kitonga go, and then there's like Kitonga, Axon, and Brutaka are the 3 big buff guys behind the couch.
That'd be great.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Oh man, we got some pretty decent following right now.
Yeah,
it might be worse considering we're on shooting on a Wednesday, but I guess a lot of people are off for Thanksgiving. You guys excited to spend time with your loved ones?
Yeah.
Except you, Kate, in IDS.
Except it's because I don't have loved ones. Is that what you're implying? Is that like a personal? Is that like a personal attack or something?
That is a personal attack, and it is something.
Hey guys, do you guys like Brie Larson? Do you think Brie Larson's a very charismatic individual?
Yeah,
she's a fantastic individual. How dare you speak to her about that?
Yeah, come on, dude. Chill out with the hate.
How dare you? Yeah. Maybe Darian, what's the... I wish I knew how to do Rap God quicker because now I'd start quoting the woman hate line.
From what you'd bake them a cake
I'd-
These are great
I did not know that Metro Feet came in Kid Orange. That's cool. I like that.
Yep,
I like
that's from Kitongu himself.
Kitongu has good parts, but he's an ugly ass set, but great movie character.
No, he's not.
Spider-Ball
So you
asks-
don't think so you don't think he's a good movie character?
He's a great movie character and a good set.
And a good friend.
Spider-Ball,
He's a great father.
Spider-Ball asks, do you think there are any Jala x Takua fanfics out there? It's probable. I don't know how many there are, but I'm sure
Probable,
there's
but I don't know. I think the Bonkel community is widely homophobic.
some. Yeah.
Could have been, but there's not.
Well
Damn it! You
done.
came in with
Well
quit coming in
done.
with all the good one-liners. Okay, leave some stream highlight moments for me, bitch.
Yeah, so come on. Cage
Look,
doesn't get enough time. to
guys
shine.
had an entire stream to yourselves the other day. You should have some highlights now.
That's
Listen,
true.
we had to share airtime with other individuals.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of that is unusable, but I found one good moment. So there's one, but
Yeah,
the important thing is, as IDS has said before, that we got to be having fun, not actually thinking about it, because that's what reveals the.
and you know it's not fun when I'm in the middle of telling something and you give a really unfunny interjection in there that you think like, oh, this is gonna be a funny interjection. In this
All
moment.
right, stop airing your beeps on air.
Listen. You're like, oh, I like how the response is the no you response. The reason why it's no you is because you are being worse than me in that moment, dude.
Cage, usually when I cut you off is because you're talking to a rambling part that I'd cut out anyway.
Yeah, but this is not all for stream highlights. Sometimes this is for just conversation's sake. Sometimes you listen to people talk a little too long. Listen, like I don't understand like how you get pissed off at my mannerisms or get fed up at my mannerisms. Fed up is probably more accurate. You don't really get pissed off at them, but it's weird how you get fed up with my mannerisms. Yet you think old man Norm Macdonald, I'm a boomer, is hilarious, and you're like, yes, more Norm Daddy. Goes with the cummies into my mouth, Norm Daddy, and goes, sure. Here's
I'm
the
sorry,
nut,
Cage, but
son.
you're no Norm Macdonald with your. It's.
I'm Norm Macdonald. You know, Bill Cosby
the fact
was
that,
a
like,
rapist.
you two are like the only people. Literally, I don't know anyone else who said I find him extremely unfunny.
My father.
Okay, one other person, and I know him as like acquaintance at best. Okay.
Yeah, are you kidding me? You and my dad got along great. You guys were chilling out all the time.
It's like, you and my dad are best friends.
It's just like, the entire, like, half of this time was just you talking to my dad instead of talking to me. You're just like, aren't you? Yeah, fuck him. Like, I'm a vibe with, I'm a ball out with this, old ass Bellini instead of the young Bellini. Get out of here.
Sean, we go way back, brother.
Yeah. Listen, call this a concept cop because what we do goes way back. Penis. So, have you guys ever found the use of Vaki heads outside of Vaki?
Very rarely.
On actually the back of Magnion's arms. You know how the Takanuva robot has the Takanuva robot? 2008 Takanuva uses Avatar limbs to connect to the Takanox heads like shoulder blades. Magnion has a similar thing where the Avatar limb is backwards and the ball joint on the back of each of his arms is a Vaki head. So the shoulder blades attached like that.
What about Vaki? What about the Vaki eye?
Oh, you know what? I've always only ever had it in two colors: the neon green and there's the green. So like the yellowy green and the green from the Diki. And I've never really been able to use it for anything.
Okay, Cage, let's briefly settle this. Are you saying 100% Strack is better than Antros?
Why are we acting like this is even a conversation? Fucking yes.
You want to know the problem? The only problem I have with Antros is he has the coolest face, the coolest wings, but then they gave him no stomach armor for some reason.
I don't think it's that distracting. It's not great, but it's not that bad.
But,
it's just strange. He doesn't have it while everyone else does.
It's true, they do.
But my big thing with them is like all of the PHANTOKA Matoran. I mean, not Matoran. PHANTOKA, Toa, I mean, I'm messing this up. All the Phantoka Makuta, like all fall apart because there was one set that basically did did the Phantoka Makuta better than all of them, and it should have been like the standard all of them work at, which was Mutron. Mutron is the best Makuta, but then again, he's not a canister set; he's a limited edition box set. So, Strack still beats all the canister sets that year. And
Because
if you're going to go to
my shit died. Wait, what?
Oh,
No,
dang,
I'm saying
Lego
is-
Rowan agrees with you. That's another one. He doesn't like Norm
Wait,
McDonald.
Mutron.
Yeah.
I mean, Mutron.
Mutron blows all of the Phantoka Makuta out of the water. It's the best Phantoka Makuta.
Mutron is good. Like Mutron is Chirok Sunbed.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see the logic there. I think
No,
he's
my
good.
my logic is the fact that he's not as. My logic is this. Okay, so if you were to have Mutron going up against Strack, there's competition there, and I think Mutron would actually beat Strack. But Mutron versus Antros completely destroys and decimates Antros. So, and along with that too, Strack is better than Mutron. What I'm saying is that if you want to actually get competition, yeah, it'd have to include Mutron, but he doesn't qualify.
All right, that's like your
So.
opinion, man. I don't know. I disagree. I honestly, it's a tough call.
Internet connection is so
Strack
bad.
cool, but I think I might prefer Antros. I don't know. It's all I'm saying is it's not. It's close. You're acting like it's not even close.
The reason, basically, my point is, let me just illustrate my point. Okay, the reason why somebody would jump to, like Mutron, like Antros is not a good set.
No,
That-
that's just wrong.
Yeah, that is wrong.
You could
Well,
say
it-
Strack is better, but Antro's not a good set. In fact, he came up with a new torso. He has a really cool mask, new wings, weapons are awesome. Why is he a bad set?
I don't like him.
I
Why?
was actually. Why do you like it, dude? I saw a picture. I was actually about to mention this. I was about to send it to you guys earlier today. It was a picture of someone reviewing him, and they had him next to Tahu 2015 and the Fire Monster from 2016, and it made me want to vomit just how great he looked compared to those two.
Why don't you like him?
I thought legitimately, like, I don't know, maybe I might need to relook at Antros again, but like, I honestly think like all the Phantoka, like,
You're
I don't
entitled
like
to your
any-
opinion, but
like my main issue with 2008 canister sets lies in this. Okay, all the like every single one of the Toa are downgrades. Well, not every single one. That's actually a lie. But the wide majority of the Toa are downgrades of the previous installment of them. If you look at being good, like
Yeah,
the
that's fair.
the,
No one's arguing that.
yeah, the upgrades come from like just like more complex joints and such, but like overall as a figure, uglier.
yeah.
Makuta, like none of the Makuta look good to me. Like Mystica, like all belong in the garbage can. And every single one.
Krika is fine. Krika is a unique build.
Yeah, I would even
Krika
put
is cool
Krika
looking.
against. I mean, I'm not saying necessarily any of these would beat Strack 100%.
Yeah.
But I'd put Krika. He's a tough competition against Strack too.
So for me, Krika, because Krika is the only good Mystica one. Because Gorast is shit. Bittle is just the worst. Fuck Bittle.
Krika is the most like is like the only one of value, but it's not. Like to me, I'm not really interested in this set. It's not.
The thing is, it's weird because it's a really basic build. But for whatever reason, the Mystica canister sets use Matoran pieces. So Krika isn't very posable, and he actually has the same amount of pieces as Lewa Nuva, the original Lewa Nuva. So it's considering Tahu has the most pieces of any canister set, and then Krika has like barely any pieces, kind of bad. But
that sounds really backwards because of just looking at the two, like it just I'm Tahu Nuva doesn't look like he has nearly that many pieces.
yeah, weirdly Tahu has the most pieces of any canister set in G1. Strange.
That is weird.
But yeah, no, Krika's really good, and this is what I mean. Because what I like about Vampire, the leg thing's unique, but it's not that great for a set. I don't mind it, but it's hinders opposability. I'm not actually a big fan of Chirox. I don't like the triple arm thing. I think it's dumb. But
that thing is like, whose idea even was that one? It's
They
just
tried something. It's just
But
yeah.
what I'll say is they created a new body for the Makucha, and I think that body is cool. And in fact, I like the way Cricker uses it because it shows that you can use it without having the Tridex thing in there, and the cool chest they made fits in it perfectly. I think Cricker is a good build. Antros is for some reason the simplest of those builds, but the face and the wings and the weapons alone make him look cool as shit.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to throw Vampira and fucking Chirox in the bin, fuck it, whatever. Mutran is cool, but he's just Chirox if he was normal. And then Icarax is a piece of shit.
Well, I feel like
Icarax
Chirox. I feel like the main thing is like, again, I'll review it to see if my opinion changes, but I still feel like that. I will say that Antros is the best
really
Makuta,
quiet?
but
That's
still.
just my head's audio.
Let's hope it's just your headset, so I don't need to shout any louder. But here's the thing.
Okay.
So, and I will look at Antros again and see if my opinion changes. However, I do think that Antros is the best canister type Makuta in there, but I still feel like that I still feel like that there's a lot to be desired from Antros, and when I look at Mutron, Mutron basically it just feels like that there's nothing lacking in Mutron, and that's the reason why I like him. And so,
Well, the thing is, one thing with Mutron is, once again, if you want to compare them, Antros and Mutron are very standard builds. They're just kind of upright people.
Yep.
Antros is simpler, because he's a canister set. The only thing Mutron has is he has the big fingers, big curved finger things, right? Which are cool and all, but on Axon, where they're very easily readable with hands, he just has big claws, and then he has a spear. Antros, while it looks simpler, looks very sleek, and very kind of, it sounds dumb, but sometimes a set can be carried on mask alone.
True.
Antros' mask is a unique breed where it's a fucking sick-looking mask, and the matching wings looks amazing on him.
I know.
And his weapons
I've been kicking myself that it's taken me this long to get it. It's such a cool mask.
Yeah.
What's funny is I'm in the same boat with basically, I feel like a lot of what carries the set for Mutron is his mask, and even though it's the thing that's holding it back is because it's a red color, but as far as the black and white color scheme, black and green color scheme, and the sculpt of the mask is just it's hard to describe it but for me there's something there, and it's cooler to Antros's, but then again this kind of starts getting to subjective design opinions here.
Because I was going to say, even considering we've had Pterodactyl's mask and everything, I'd argue that Antros is the most evil looking mask in all of G1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But
honestly,
but one would say is with Strack, I love Strack. Strack is awesome.
Strack is great.
Not only that, but they finally did something new with the Anika body, doing it the right angle, and I think his one is much better than the Skrull one.
Yeah.
No,
I'm definitely not trying to say Strack is bad or worse by any means. I'm just trying to challenge the idea. Cage is sounding very confident that it's 100% better.
It's the fact you're saying. It's the way you're saying it. It's what you're saying is if it's the league. But
because in my opinion, Strack is leagues better than Antros.
I think he is better just because once again Antros is just standard straight up human.
Yeah.
But once again, I think it's arguable just because his face and his wing, there's something between the face, the wings, and the weapons on him that is just so vicious.
Yes.
It's a vicious, cool design combination.
In general, I don't know. I think it's very much a mood thing because obviously Strack is
big mood. Oh
no, but Strack has a very kind of cool look to him as well, and I could see myself preferring him on any given day as well. But in general, in my head, I'm just thinking about it. I'm thinking cool bat thing or Strack with an axe, cool ice guy who's kind of like.
And the thing is, once again, I'm saying this on worth of parts because people like Tarduk, for example. Tarduk can go fuck himself, but I've never owned the mask. But on that mask alone, I'm he has a reason to exist. I think that's a cool helmet. I've never owned it.
Yeah.
That for me, that set is carried by face alone.
Okay, so then that kind of gets into the differences of priorities, where it's do you want if it Can a figure stand by it? Should a figure be judged by
when you get into clone territory where every single set is a Nika build, that's the sort of shit you start looking at.
Yeah, that's kind of I don't know. Like this is also another thing too. Is like for me, like you know, a lot of my big like one of my biggest metrics on if a set's good or bad is like, do you need a doctor to set at all? Like basically, like if you build it the way that it's canon built, does it hold up? And like you know, for you know, Antros, he needs some doctoring. He has that gap that you mentioned there. But then for Strack, like he needs 0 doctoring.
That's true. Okay, I'll give you that. But I don't think Antros needs the doctoring. Because technically he has still a thicker waist than fucking Tormentru.
Yeah, I was just saying that I don't think it looks that bad.
Thick with two.
And let me say this is why all the fucking G2 sets suck. Even the ones that look kind of okay. Like Lewa, you need to fix the fucking shoulder thing.
Yeah.
Tahu and Gali have fucking giant exposed ball joints. Onua looks like a fucking asshole. Bartu looks like shit. The only one you don't need to doctor... No, I was going to say Kopaku's the only one you don't need to doctor, but no, his lower legs are built like fucking retard shit. So
his colors are also like Kopaku's colors, I think, are like the worst color scheme out of all the characters in that wave.
Pretty
so yeah, like actually, it's the biggest eyesore because of clashing like white and trans blue and some silver and some gold in there. It's like it just gets all cluttered.
Yeah. And once again, I don't know who decided. They just thought, like, shit, he's one of the big ones. We have to add more pieces. So they just added retard stuff to his legs, and it looks awful.
Also, I have a personal beef against that Kopaka because his shield broke, like, you know, like the second day after getting the set. So
that's annoying because that's like the coolest piece G2 ever created.
Yeah, like at least my Tahu swords are still in good tact, but yeah.
Wait, how do you break it though? How did that happen?
That just the axle just broke off for some reason. It just was weak.
Yeah, I actually did have one. You know, you can get that replaced, right? You should do that soon. Actually, that happened to me too. I had a Tahu sword that broke, and I got Lego to mail me a new one.
Oh, they still have G2 stuff lying around?
Yeah. Or at least I did that a year or so ago. So you should go onto the Lego website. There's like you can have them replace parts.
Okay, I'll do that then.
I was gonna say, one of my air sabers, so Lewa PHANTOKA sword from Tarkanuva is a bit. The axle's slowly coming off. It's been twisting over the years. I don't know how.
Well, what sword?
The PHANTOKA sword. The Tarkanuva Titan came with 3 on his weapon.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's actually the one thing I did not get from when I bought my Tarkanuva used was like I didn't get a complete version of his weapon. So yeah, I have Tarkanuva built.
Weapon.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. It was cool, and like I mean I actually have used. I just took apart the weapon because they didn't have the parts to build it, and I just gave them to Mox because like the Lewa PHANTOKA sword is good. Now here's the thing. Actually, now let's get into another thing too.
Okay.
Lewa PHANTOKA is the strongest like Toa Nuva set in there, but for me, like there's like I don't like how top heavy he is, and I really hate his shoulder armor. Like the way that it just really hinders articulation.
Yeah, I actually just finished building him. It's definitely
it's weird as well because the fact they gave him the Inika limbs as arms and Rakshi legs, he looks like he's got little scrawny legs and then jacked fucking arms.
It might also be something where I'm just so used to it, but I actually like I don't know. There's something very satisfying about his appearance, even as weird as it is with the way.
See, I think if you switch the limbs, they're fine. I don't even mind the giant jets. In fact, what I always say is he should have been the prototype of what the design idea was.
Yeah.
Because okay, you're using different colors, fine. I always said this. It's kind of an out there idea, but make the Nuva their secondary colors. It would be crazy to see just an orange Tahu, but it's just so out there it might work because Lewa got his secondary colors and it looks kind of cool. That way you can also work around not making Pawatu brown as well. Just make him tan. Like everyone their second colors, except maybe with kind of like with the Metru, maybe keep Kopaka white or Onua black, but everyone else flip it to their primary colors and then gray. I mean their secondary colors and gray. It might work.
I think the main I think also another thing that like prevents like that I don't like about the shoulder armor is like the claw pieces that were used on like I think it was the black Onumatoran from that year, like that same piece. Yeah, so like I've had situations where because of the way it's there and like the way it was pressing on Lewa there, like the axles just got twisted off and broke off on like both of them have like, and I my like original one that I got with what PHANTOKA when I played with him as a kid. So
Yeah, I guess
there's that too.
I don't know if I have had one of those break, but I don't remember if it being explicitly because of that though.
I've never had a problem with it.
No. I've actually consistently had a problem with the axle on that piece, over the years. Like, even my brand new Shield, like, it's actually had an axles break on there.
Broken
I
axles.
guess I was just looking at this piece and I just thought to myself, no.
Yeah.
Is it the gear? I'm
Yeah.
not looking at the stream.
Yeah, he's just looking at, when you like look at like when you Pix is like, I haven't taken a shower in a week. Wonder how smelly my dick is on Tips of Fanta. You just go
Do that joke. Bring it back.
just the start of Rahi. Instead of looking in the mirror and going, I could do to lose a few pounds. He's just sitting there. He's just looking in the mirror, cock out.
No, but then he's there. But then he just had to on that. He goes, that smells disgusting. And then you just start here scratching and just and it's like women in the mahis and they smell it. They think there's something that they can eat, and it's like stop. No, I don't have cheese.
Also, I just got to say, Rarlock makes a very good point. Why are they talking about barnacles? We don't come here to listen to them chat about barnacles. Exactly.
Oh shit! Yeah, we messed up. We messed
really
up.
into a thing.
We've forsaken our own identity.
Yeah.
Told you guys. And guess what? We've dropped. We were at 26 viewers at one point. We're down to 17.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
We've lost the way.
Caleb, you're not funny. Haha, I hate you. Haha, suck my penis.
Chungus!
I just imagine there's a Ray Ray Johnson epic rap battle and just like I'm just screaming Chungus as Goku while transferring to Super Saiyan. While it's playing DBZ music, like the piano, like the Vegeta song from the Falconer track, like the piano one.
How many times are we gonna hear your Chungus?
Such nice
if you don't
people.
stop bringing up Big Chungus, I might not give you the spare Gadunka I got in this thing.
Look.
Listen, Big Chungus, I'm gonna slap you with my mungus.
Big
Fungus.
Guys,
Chungus
what do
has
you
been
think,
boring
what do
since
you
the
think?
1940s.
I've been chilling. I'm sitting with the fucking Chungus.
Guys,
I'm
Get
facing a fucking Chungus.
Get out. No.
I finished part 2. What do you guys think?
Yeah, when I have to deal with family members I hate, I go, get out of my life now. Get out of my life
Nice.
now.
No.
I would hate to deal with a family member penetrating my wife.
Well, yeah, damn. You might have to worry about that in the future, though.
Damn,
So,
you
yeah,
better whip out that Uno reverse card. Haha, funny joke.
you better whip out that nay.
I said that I hated that joke, and you were like, eh.
That's why I'm bringing it up. Really.
Okay.
I'm currently trying to build Vezin, but I do not have his cape, so he's just going to be a capeless bitch, and he's just going to be walking around being like, I'm the Joker, baby.
I'm a... No.
He's a pedo, right?
I nearly went full Kramer.
Oh no! Let's get our residential Kramer analysis. Crusader Studios in the call. Crusader, boom. You know I'm partially Native American, so I can say the N-word. Hey, you guys mind if we bring Pikmin Jake?
Well, me, I don't the call. I'm doing everything.
Oh. Wow.
This goes out to all you guys following our lore.
Yeah, this goes out to this guy. Nick, this goes out to my boy. Last name Gers, first name Nicholas.
Oh. Cage.
You guys,
Cage. What would your mother think?
she'd think funny. No, she'd not get the
Turkey
reference.
Monday.
No, that's my dad who thinks Turkey Monday very funny.
Why is
I showed my
everyone whispering, Gralak asks? I don't know!
Why? Because everybody... I don't know.
Hi, fake personality here. Let's be as loud as possible.
Hey, welcome back to No Bullshit. Today we're going to be talking about penis.
Oh, my mic fell!
Hey, welcome. The guy talks too close to my mic. Isn't this funny?
Yes, please keep doing that. The humor percentage just increased by 25.
Hold on a second. I need to channel Delano, dude.
Go ahead, go. That was epic.
It started chopping for a bit. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, I like that.
It's authentically Lena, dude. You got it.
Yeah.
Hey, IDS, give me your best Lena, dude shriek.
I met you.
No.
Glorious.
Okay, let me set a hypothetical for you. Okay, you're waiting for the next episode of Cairo and Friends to come out. Okay, and it's been 40 years yet, and it still hasn't come out.
No.
I guess you're not waiting
finally
for this new episode? What's wrong with you?
But in your sub box, you see Cairo and Friends episode, well, fucking whatever, and that's the title of the video. What's your reaction here?
Oh wow! I've been waiting for this video for weeks.
Many weeks, years. It's like and Manuel goes, look how soothing I was. Oh wow! I've been rubbing on this man's feet for weeks.
Linnell, man.
Pyrex says, yeah, rubbing on feet is pretty cool, but have you tried rubbing on cocks?
I used to rub on my feet too before I had them removed. Cuts to amputee stumps.
Oh my god!
No, it just cuts to his amputee thing, but then you just have the howie.
Yikes!
I just imagine just like this sick animation video, Juicy Wow, except it says "stick my dick in the blender." It's "stick my dick in." I can't even say it at this point.
I asked people last stream, and I don't think I ever got your answer. So I'm gonna ask you this time. If you had to choose between having an itty belly button that has cancerous belly button lint, so if you forget to pick it out one day, you're gonna get cancer.
You get cancer.
Would you rather have that, or would you rather have a outie belly button that is like it's the circumference of the belly button makes up your entire stomach?
Or would you rather have head from Jolcom?
Head from Jolcom. Easy.
Come on, you can't change the scenario. That's the obvious answer for everyone.
No, not for me.
Everyone, in the comments, please. Would you rather the two
have
previous options or get head from Jolcom? Write it in.
Leave your answers in the comments below. I'll pick my favorites in the next episode of Jolcom.
Leave your creative or interesting responses in the comment section below.
Hey, so let's talk about Jack's films and how much you love them, IDS.
Fucking.
You go, I hate Jack's films. Then Jack Douglas swims up your asshole.
Okay, IDS.
I love Jack's films.
Do you believe in comedy?
IDS, explain the plot synopsis of your favorite Jack's films video.
He talks about how your grammar sucks.
He did the deep dab, haha, what a fucking comedy genius, haha.
I'm facing a fucking mad lad.
I saw one of his videos recently, and it was incredibly unfunny. He was just like, it felt like I don't know, like, it felt like something, it basically felt like the internet equivalent to SNL doing Fortnite jokes, like they did a Fortnite sketch. It felt like the internet equivalent of that, because it was an okay boomer joke. It was him talking on the phone. He's like, okay boomer, tell me about this. And then it was just 40 seconds of him doing a redneck voice complaining about young people. That was the joke. That was the whole video.
No.
That's fucking stupid.
It was incredibly unfunny, and of course it got decent attention, and I'm like, why?
Leave your boomers in the comment section below, and I'll pick my favorite.
I like to see the sets if you do a showcase of the Phantoka. Well, I can try and pull up a
you want to go for a drink later? Okay, boomer.
No. Wow. Are you a boomer? Bam. I'm going to zoom you out of this building.
Babe, I'm a coom.
Coomer? He cooms a lot?
I'm a coom.
DJ Khaled, I come a lot.
Oh man.
Yeah. So, do you guys want to? Like Onision be like, send your nudie pics in the comment below, and I'll pick my favorite to penetrate, and then go to jail.
Oh yeah, let's get it. Did his Patreon get taken down for saying the N-word?
No, but IDS, are you a banana?
I'm not a banana. Didn't the Brick Show get permabanned because they called the Black Panther sets mini G?
That is
Actually,
what happened.
is that really what happened?
And then Jang made a rap saying, "Oh, I don't know if I'll end up like the Brick Show." Oh.
And then he said the N-word as well.
And then Jang was then talking about top 10 Benton Coops.
Make an N-word go whoop whoop.
Make a dude go 2 scoops. Top 10 Bentley scoop.
Honestly, I forgot about just how funny that video was.
Listen, if Jang, aka I make wholesome content on the internet, or that's not an exact quote, but more or less said that.
My favorite part of the video is when he's squatting in his boxers and one of his nuts hangs out.
Does he actually do that?
No.
What is No.
Look, I don't know. The Edgebricks might be that bad of a man.
Yeah,
Can you imagine?
that would be great.
Look at my Lego city. Don't worry about those. It's just his nuts hanging out, just resting on top of one of the buildings he built.
Like, no, he talks about his like a city while leaving the nuts hanging out.
Okay,
Also,
Jack's Films killed and
much, I
raped
guess.
my entire family. That is my reason for not liking him.
Very valid. Have a nice
Okay,
day.
Grawak, I actually did. Here's a legitimate question, and this is my moral quandary. Because now you've contributed a total of $6 to this channel, and all over Pikmin Jake. Is it really worth it to make a video and give him exactly what he wants, putting him on my channel, even though you provided a great escape from his sense of humor? Is it worth it to promote that sort of lack of humor? I don't know. No more free money, Callan. That's fair. I'm not asking for you, Grawak. You've been more than generous.
Hold on. I have an idea, Caleb. What if I become the new Pikmin Jake, and then Garlic will get so pissed off he'll just start donating money to me?
Dude, that'd be genius.
Hmm.
Okay, so how do you make yourself
Pikmin Jake more like
Jake was?
Pikmin Jake more like Dickman Blake. Haha, funny.
How do you make yourself
funny.
as annoying as he was in that last stream? Just start backtracking on your position. Cage, now you Now you have to.
You know what? Actually, Antros was a good set. Antros was a great set. I love Antros. Oh, I want Antros to give me 20. Does that work?
There you go.
Does that work? Yeah.
That'll work.
Yeah.
All right, Growlithe.
And then
unlike-
I think
unlike-
Garlic starts shaking and then starts spamming dollars after dollars. Screaming, I'm facing a fucking moron.
Okay.
Top 10 garlic poops makes a dude go to
All right.
scoops.
Growlithe, we'll work out an arrangement. I'll keep you posted.
Yeah, you'll.
The only
is this?
the only way I'd ever want to watch that is if it was like a legit snuff film.
What? What do you mean?
Like, I don't need to see some mock get killed.
You'd want to see? You wouldn't want to see like a snuff film of Pikmin, like me animating Pikmin Jake getting.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see an animation, but if you in real life made a snuff film, you actually.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
FBI, the FBI is like just getting their eyebrows raising here.
The FBI just like big chungus. Is that you?
Cage, I think we're
that
good.
just
The
makes it
FBI who were tuning in, they fell asleep while we were talking about all the Bionicle stuff.
See, that's the thing. You got to say all the boring stuff, and then you could start spreading your incel propaganda.
Exactly. You get them bored as when all the people trying to see how.
Yeah, let's do that.
It's like this is my favorite subreddit. Wow.
Yeah, let's do that.
Look how disturbed I am.
Look how twisted my mind is. Just like the 13-year-old girl's Tumblr page.
Dang.
Who? How? It's like, you like Has Been Hotel too?
So do I.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Has Been Hotel, more like has never fucked hotel, as in you're gay and you're
More like
incel.
Dustbin Hotel.
Dustbin Hotel.
has Has Been Hotel, more like I don't
Okay,
know.
just some guy asked,
There's no humor here.
Are Bionicles communist?
More like Hasbro Hotel.
Funny, silly, made for kitty.
Just some guy asked, are Bionicles communist?
Really edgy joke coming here. When you're browsing the hub, and then you see something that, like, you see some questionable age shit. Kitty, and you start closing your jar. It's like closing your tabs and destroying your computer because.
Oh, speaking of which, back at work, there's this woman who comes in. She looks like a bit of a crackhead, right?
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And she always comes in and deposits money and then takes it out straight away. So I always think either she's broke or she's gambling a lot, whatever. So my colleague's just like, oh yeah, Chris said that apparently her daughter's a porn star. I was like, oh okay, I can see her daughter linked to her account. And then she's like fucking 17. I'm like, well, now we know what sort of fucking porn Chris watches. Jesus.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
Wait, what?
What?
You found out you work with a pedo? Bruh. That's many things. Potentially haram as well.
Top 10 Bentley Cruise. Certainly not Metros.
My internet. Fuck. Did you guys end up hearing what I said?
Yeah, you said that, like, the daughter who's a porn star is also 17, so eyebrows raising.
Yeah, so just like, so we know what sort of porn Chris watches. Fucking pedo.
Yeah, it's just that's big quality analyze this moment here.
That's no good.
That's a funny meme. Wow.
You're saying that sarcastically, but you legitimately laughed at it when it told you it.
Yeah, because I was like, yeah, the fucking fagwins of Madagascar. I mean,
Have you guys sat crisscross applesauce for too long?
God, fucking kill yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
I know. All I had to do was say, "Sat with your legs crossed," and
you could be like, haha, the anti-political correct is funny, and go, do you guys sit Indian style too long?
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't know. There's nothing like that from your gay childhood where you just like it just stays in the back of your brain and then you pull it out on accident and it's horrible.
It's like.
I didn't fucking grow up in a homosexual commune. Crisscross applesauce. What?
Actually, I'll defend Caleb. That's stuff that like most American kids know that saying, but that's like what they say in kindergarten.
I'm sorry.
It's like Caleb's only excuse for it is if he was a preschool teacher or like
the only fucking phrases we learn in school here are cunt.
Well, you're in a bit more of a hardened society. We know that.
Yeah,
and apparently, and Chris at work is getting hardened. Apparently too. At some stuff that's questionable.
It's true.
Like, I'll actually, like, no joke. Like, legitimately, why are you gonna report him, or what are you gonna do about that?
For all I know, he probably just thought it was her. I don't know. But
yeah, he might
like,
not.
well.
That's not enough to go on to actually try and, like, it's bad for sure. It's indicative of something, but he needs a little more information, and I don't think it's worth it to try and ruin the guy's life. Let's not ruin Chris's life, Cage. Come on.
Yeah, let's just talk about him being a pedo and scream by name.
Look, let's not ruin his life over 20 minutes of watching 17-year-old.
I don't like that.
I don't like it either. I'm sorry. For that, I apologize. I was wrong.
When my pal was trying to Me Too someone and find a misogynist tweet from 2009, You have finally found your story.
Happy Thanksgiving, Callan. Thanks, Brian.
Thanksgiving Thanksgiving means like somebody like your homie jacks you off for you.
Oh.
If that's not a tradition, I think we need to start that.
Personally, I get a massive boner when I see the Admatoran, Aiden Martin says.
Uh-oh, Tito.
Yeah, those guys, they're only 10,000 years old, dude. That's creepy.
Listen, you can't like to all the anime weebs in the chat. No, 1,000-year-old lolly defense not valid. Fuck off. That's with that logic, then Baby Yoda's fuckable.
Baby Yoda. Oh no.
Idea. So you say
not,
that you.
That's
if
not
you
quite
saw,
the same.
So you're telling me that if you saw Baby Yoda cheeks, you would clap that.
Fuck him, I will.
Uh-oh, Peter.
Oh, my name is Chris, I am. Fuck Baby Yoda, I will.
Oh no!
The FBI says open up and you just let out a Star Wars death sound yell. It just sounded like it went, no.
Top 10.
Also, it sounded oddly ODNG-ish when he went, no.
Yeah.
Oh. I like how Vezem looks like he has a bit of a pot belly because of how his chest armor is constructed.
Just some guy asked, have you ever fapped to Bionicle porn?
Just too good asked, hey, can I interview my girlfriend?
And he definitely, and everyone was like, yeah, let's do that.
And
I've been waiting to talk to my ex-girlfriend for weeks.
she just goes,
Yeah, the ex is alright, not great.
What do you mean alright?
She's a great woman. Lies.
Oh yeah.
You.
Now, I used to be a member of the Konoha Strikes. I took off all the band members after each show. Lies. Oh yeah. Well, look at this jar that accumulated. Oh, wow.
Oh, yes, read Yodron's new comment.
Top 10 Bentley Coupes? Wow.
Certainly not Metis. Wait, I don't see. Works like with a rock I must. Maximum pain I must endure.
Nasty.
Oh, I remember my favorite Yoda voice video was the scramble my balls in a fruit blender I must.
Yikes. Baby Yoda is also into CBT. What is CBT?
Cock and ball torture, Brady.
Oh no! I probably should know that. Nope. Have you seen what I said? Yeah, Aiden Martin. No, I don't think any of us have actually done it to Bonkle. Hey, fap to Bionicle porn. Actually, you didn't ask that. Just some guy did. Oops.
Top 10 Bentley Coupes I have. Makes
Top
it do go
10.
scoop.
5 Bittils standing behind Gorast on the couch. What an image. Oh no. But Bittils are not that intimidating, I guess. But they can coexist, though, so I guess I see the logic there.
But then a Bittle comes into the president and it has it has herpes, and then
he comes back from the future to fucking infect all his previous versions of
it's all Gross's fault. And all Bittles are shrieking in agony and fear and distress while Bittle's just mugging at the camera while Top 10 Bentley Coupe starts blasting.
Scoop.
Do you ever listen to that song that goes, hey, wake me up, believer.
Oh yeah. From Imagine Flagging.
Yeah. Imagine dragging your nutsack across the floor.
Imagine Dragon Ball Z was a good show. Imagine that.
You what? The fuck you just say? Shut up.
Oh,
I will I will snap your penis if you say that again.
You're a poopy head.
I'm sorry, Cage.
You can't apologize. It's too late.
Oh, do you guys remember what the silver dragon head came on? Because I got 2 of them.
No.
In this lot. It's a really cool piece.
I think it's like a Viking set.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure too. Because I know that one of the main ones I remember, we've had the dark red one for years. It was like the front of a Viking ship.
Oh, wow.
You know, you don't have to be so condescending.
He was being happy. He was being positive and supportive. By the way, so remember earlier today when we were talking about IDS, you were talking about the movie trip you hated about like how like the parent, like the dad has to stay and work and he misses out on like some of the event for his son and then he's seen like as an asshole for that.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, he's working hard and helping his family. What a giant piece of shit because he didn't see him fucking play the clarinet at his shit school recital. Oh, what a fucking awful dad. Oh, I'm gonna divorce him. It's like,
My boy was just like me.
It's like, look, I bust my ass every day for my son that I love very much.
Just like imagine during Christmas too, because Dad help me, and his dad's like, okay, I'll help you, but stays late at work, continues, and then
so he goes to the knowledge.
No, but then like, and then he comes back like 3 hours later, and the grotto is closed, and he goes, I was too late, and then he looks over, and then he comes out, and he's like, and then Jeffy is more upset that his dad wasn't there rather than when Nick did to him.
It's just giving him like a disapproving nod as he closes the no entry area.
No, I'm imagining Degrin's son calls him and says, Dad, I really need you to come home. And he's like,
How did I end up with a son like?
No, but then Degrin's just like, oh, come on, son, I'll be home later tonight. Don't worry about it. And then that's the night that he loses his life, Magnion. And so.
Deckard's just like, you don't think I'm gonna show up? Why do you think I wear this tie?
No, I've got cola to do. Sorry, son.
I provide for dudes like you.
Actually, that's actually really funny. It's like, Dad, are you gonna come to my recital? No, I have taxes to do.
What about like? It's like that's like that. Like, Dad, why do you always work all the time? It's like, what do you mean? Why do you think I wear a suit and tie? I provide for dudes like you.
The hardworking dads need to catch a break.
Our hardworking dads just need to aggressively beat up their son being like, that's the reason.
Oh, I really wanted to include that fucking joke.
What?
Look, Dad, are you gonna come to my fucking concert? Oh, I have taxes.
Just cut away back to it at some point next time you bring Degrin's son back in the mix.
Like, oh yeah, it reminds me about like when my dad was alive. Can you get to my recital? No, I have taxes to do. And
when you're gonna do a Leaky 2, are you gonna do Progeny 2?
I should.
Yeah, you should do Prolapse too.
I'm gonna release Relapse too.
Oh man.
No, Prolapse. What about Prolapse? I want Prolapse. Like I just want like just like a pitch shifted version of Relapse. Ooh,
I'm having a prolapse.
Bruh, I got I've been messing around with my Bionicle a lot a bit, and I built a Peter.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah. Oh really?
Peter Griffin.
Yeah, it's like hey Onuma, what's your favorite 2001 meme? Oh really?
Fucking ugly. Also, that's way late. That's like a 2009 or 2001 meme.
Regardless, point being, oh really?
Also, I just want to say, YouTube is a fucking gouger. I can send a GIF of a pair jumping up saying #1 fan in your chat for £10. Jesus.
Wow.
Doesn't YouTube take a cut of that shit?
Yeah, they
From
take
the
like
mark?
30%.
$10.
What? No, I'm actually legitimately like, what the hell is that? Like, just do PayPal donations or something like that. What's the point?
$10 for a sticker? You fucked up.
Yeah, like I don't know how bad Twitch is, but like I hope that's not as bad, so at least I can say one platform's not a fucking moron.
Stupid. You're talking
I
about
legit.
Oh
legitimately.
yeah, he's right. Growlok is calling attention. People are talking about Imagine Dragons. Shut up. Stop it.
Yeah. And so like, what is the? Again, like I need YouTube really doesn't have a good excuse to. Like YouTube needs to fix their stuff up, or like they deserve to lose their they deserve to lose their monopoly. And I really hope that I legitimately like this is maybe not the smartest thing to say on the platform that I'm shitting on, but like I do kind of hope that YouTube, like as time goes on, like. I'm trying to think if I can verbalize it. Basically, it's like
we get what you're saying.
YouTube either needs to fix itself or it needs to die, and something needs to replace it. That's my big, that's basically my point.
That's like your opinion, man.
That's also like the right opinion.
Oh yeah,
home of a British with too much free time on his hand.
Oof, sorry, Callan. I guess I didn't give you $6. Yeah, it's okay. It's the thought that counts. Don't worry, Growlok.
Yeah, it's the THOT that
What's
counts.
What's weird is, and I don't know, I'm going to have to follow up on this, because as soon as you donated, I was like, okay, how do I get that money exactly? And looking into it, I saw that YouTube takes a 30% cut. And typically and it says that you get paid the money through your network, or however you make your money. So if you're just connected directly to Google AdSense, you'll get paid through that way. Or if you're paid through a network, you get paid that way. So I'm wondering if YouTube's going to take its 30%, and then my network will take its 30%, and I'll only get 30% basically.
Yeah, you care about scratches? My paycheck is gone.
Dang.
Cream, Cream, get your money just starts blasting really loud when YouTube sees a super chat.
Yeah. Oh no, dude. I regardless, it's not. I appreciate the $6, but it's not. It's not gonna break my bank. My life in any way. Not getting the full $6. I very much appreciate the sentiment, Groff. You're a cool dude.
If anything, you should give me the $6 so I can buy more Bionicles, because Caleb is eating up all the parts in Bricklink, and I need to start eating them up too.
Hey, you know what? I've given both of you free stuff, so you guys.
Let me say this, right? This is a good topic. The fact that Lego bought Bricklink to me is fucked up.
Oh yeah, let's talk about it.
So they sell their product. They've made their money, and now they're going to buy the secondary market and make even more money, because obviously even when they're cheap, individual parts are charged far more just because of the fact that you're going for individual parts than they originally would have been.
I am very scared about
this. That feels like a really scummy, weird thing. I feel like it's going to fuck things up.
My concern is if they're going to start messing around with the prices on it, that's going to be a concern.
Because if you think about it, a lot of their big expensive sets for Star Wars and Marvel and shit is to get figures. And a lot of people just go to Bricklink for that. They're going to start fucking with that. What's going to happen?
Yeah.
My big issue too is I mean, I don't know. Lego's actually been making initiatives to start figuring out to do things with the secondhand market. So there's things going on with I'm trying to think if I have to put it. I remember YouTube. I mean, basically they're promoting they're running a donation charity, so people donate their old Legos and redistribute them to other kids and such. Which that's probably a good thing actually, but regardless, it proves the point that Lego is still aggressively more going towards the secondhand market and is trying to and basically trying to get have a hand in that, which it's kind of I don't really know where to predict on how that's going to affect things.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's kind of interesting though, just how many different things Lego could do with Bricklink in ways that could screw it up. I can't really think of a single thing that's positive about them buying it.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like Bricklink is just a part of this. Like Lego's definitely like really trying to get involved with the secondhand market, and I
Because the
don't know
thing is,
how
it's just weird.
I don't know their whole plan, and I don't know how.
It feels like they shouldn't be able to do it. It would be like a department store buying eBay. It's like the whole point of it. The whole point of it is kind of giving freedom to people to just sell on their parts. Now, there's a Bricklink seller now has to give a cut to Lego. Like, how does it work?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we can't full on hate on it just because they bought it, because obviously they're at liberty to purchase whatever. It's probably a very smart business decision for them. But
and if Lego handles it well,
the thing is, 100%. That's a fucking genius decision. Think about this, right? They're making profit on profit they already fucking made.
Exactly. Yeah, it's insane.
And as long as Lego runs it good, there's literally not any issues with it. It's just that it's just really just the main issue is just a concern on are they gonna improve the service, because Bricklink has things that it definitely needs to improve on the site's the site's pretty dated.
Every time a big company starts meddling with some, it hardly ever gets better.
Yeah, that's the main concern there, but. That it's that, and also I don't know what Lego's direction is, messing with the whole entire secondhand market, because they're really trying to tap into that.
Lego's playing the long game. They made that original creator choke on a Lego brick.
They killed. Are you saying that they killed Daniel Jezik?
Look, Oleg, I'm not saying anything, okay?
Are we gonna start the meme? Daniel Jezik didn't kill himself. We still have no idea how he died. There's no solid evidence as to how he died.
Epstein or the other guy?
Jezik.
Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein.
Obviously, with Jeffrey Epstein, we don't know exactly what happened, but there's a lot of stuff we can fall back up on.
I can't believe that while Matt Groening was getting foot rubs on Jeffrey Epstein's plane, he was creating Bricklink. It's kind of insane.
It's like just Matt Groening goes, "Oh, this feels good."
He's just like, merge, my God.
Oh no.
What would you do if you were you were basically you got a job in the animation industry, and you were walking around Matt Groening's office, and you just saw a picture, and you just saw looked around, and then you found a secret compartment in his dress drawer, and I wonder what this is. You pop it open, and you just find a bunch of Simpsons porn in there that he drew, and you find a lot of stains on there.
I wouldn't care. Also, I'd be a bit of a dick for rifling through this shit.
The real question is if it's like Rebecca Sugar level.
Yeah, it's past Rebecca Sugar level. It's like Bart saying the huge ass joke while fucking railing on Mo.
Oh my
god.
Put it away.
We had the exact same reaction. Oh no! Yeah, that's not good. It's getting dark in here.
Matt Groening's secret desk drawer. Not good.
Oh man. I'm gonna turn my light on.
It's cool. So I have Vezin built, but I do not have a cape for him. So he's just this weird naked thing running around.
No. That was stupid. And I don't have any.
Yep. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's
Kurt Cobain created Bricklink? Yes, is this true?
Yes.
Wow.
Do you guys buy into the conspiracies that Kurt Cobain did not kill himself?
What happened?
His girl Courtney Love did it. It's apparently the conspiracy.
I can buy that.
But why? What's the motive?
Because Courtney loved him too much.
Wow, that's a great motive, I guess.
Yeah, that's a funny joke, That's a funny pun. Funny, silly Billy.
Why they call me Nick Chungus, dude?
Oh no!
I'm so worried.
No,
You
no,
can
no, no,
Courtney
no, no,
love
no, 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 no,
yourself.
no, no.
I'm about to get brick showed.
No, not. We don't
You
want you to
can't
go.
say
I
that,
guess.
old man.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that Courtney Love killed the brick show?
Oh no!
No, you don't.
I don't believe that. That's
You
it's
can't
just
say
a
that.
theory.
Only my friends get the N-word pass.
Oh, I think it's saying only my friends can accuse Courtney Love of
Oh no! Only Aldi is a good store for the brick show to shop at.
No,
I didn't know you
but
guys had that.
Yeah.
I feel like the main thing is like the reseller market thing. Like there is a good point on it because of the fact that like for the video games, for example, like that's been kind of becoming more and more of a thing because when the well, first off is that when the Xbox Live was, I mean not Xbox Live, the Xbox One was going to release, they were originally going to make it that if you had a hard copy on the game, it was going to be locked there so you couldn't share it with friends, but they removed that.
Yeah, because it was going to be like you could pay to lend it to someone. It was like, remember the massive backlash?
Yeah,
well,
and then
backlash here.
And then now, like, there's also the like as time's gone on to like games have been sold digitally. So, like, basically, the secondhand market for video games has been shrinking, and basically, it's kind of like, of course you can, but the large majority of people out there, are going to be like, oh, there's this game that came out a couple of years ago. It's on disc. It's like $20 here. I think I'll just buy $20 on the Microsoft store here.
Yeah.
When you could, if you looked around, you could probably find the deal like the game even cheaper on eBay or something like that, or get a haul with multiple games for a similar price. So so that's been a big thing too, is that so it's like, but it's then again, the majority, even though it's still an option that exists, people have been moving away from it. So game companies have been getting that, and then also you get into the other thing too, where like as game systems advance, and you can't play, find games that were old, like previously manufactured, re-releases is basically become basically a market in of itself, where it's just redistributing something that you already made ages ago.
Yeah,
I'm just going to say one thing.
I
You just went halfway through that, which is fine, but you said yum, and I just thought blah 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 yum.
Yeah, yeah.
Cage likes that spicy video game food.
Yeah, he's all like,
Cage just
like,
ate
I
a
see
yummy
that
Fortnite burger right there.
I see all the profits that Microsoft is saving, and I'm like, yum. Like, I listen. Like, I look at Mario's fat little ass, and I'm like, yum.
That's how it is on this bitch of an earth. Yum.
That's Luigi, okay, and that's
I know.
That's not.
Don't patronize RDS just because he doesn't.
Luigi is. Hey, sorry,
what
gamer girl, but
Luigi's surname is Mario as well. Fucker.
no, Luigi's surname is not. Luigi might potentially not be the same species as Mario.
How is
Go
this?
fuck yourself, you piss cunt.
Okay, because because Mario is considered a Nintendo hominus on the Mario wiki, while Luigi is labeled as just a regular ass human.
Labeled as a what?
Homo Nintendus. That's it. I said it wrong.
What the fuck kind of sea lying bullshit is this?
It's because there's somebody asked on Nintendo Power of is Mario human, and they responded that he's Homo Nintendus.
Said he was a
he's a homie.
He's a fucking homie.
Or like, is that why he creates like the fire flower or something? Or is it?
It's just.
Is he kind of like the Star Lord to every other human, where he's half alien? Whoa, there's lots of debate over whether Kurt Cobain killed himself in the comments. I'm scared, Dad.
Okay, hypothetical, you guys. Would you rather have incredible pain every time you shit. It's like really, really, really bad pain.
Yeah,
Or
ouch.
every time you sneeze or cough in public, you moan, like sexually moan.
You sneeze and cough in public, you just go out the custom grow 410. Oh.
Okay, that's a pretty obvious one. It's not a bad hypothetical, but it is pretty obvious. It's definitely the cough in public every time you moan.
Yeah, it's same here. Like I
Because
just
you can
look like
avoid public situations, and you cannot avoid having to poo.
Yeah, but what if you're like, what if you're on an exam or something, or you're just at work and then everyone's looking over and you're like, ugh.
Honestly, I feel like I can get away. Like if someone looks at me weird at work, I can get.
Because you're at your desk fucking moaning.
Yeah, I think I can live with that.
Actually, what's weird? Honestly, it's like I don't know. Like I like it, you know, it really doesn't seem like that big of a hindrance or a downside in my life. Really, it's just you kind of just. Yeah, you just kind of just live your life all doing that.
Just like, yeah, well, I used to do that anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Cage just.
I mean,
Cage has a long history. Like literally on the whole trip, Cage went to a whole trip in Europe where he was helping shoot these videos with this tattoo artist, and every time the guy said, "All right, let's start recording," Cage just went. Oh.
Yeah.
It's like they had to throw away most of the footage because from behind the camera they could just hear. Oh.
What sucks that sounds like the pufferfish. What sucks about the what sucks though is like that hypothetical is double worse for me though, because of the fact that like I have this weird condition that like it's not like a medical diagnosis. I think it's just like sensitive nerves or something like that, or some weird thing like that, or eyesight, or I don't know what it is. I can't give you the pseudoscience on it, but it's just basically it's like if I go out from being in a dark place to a bright place really fast, I sneeze, and it's just this weird like involuntary reaction I get, and I've had it my entire life. So basically, like
it's weird. There was a kid I used to know who used to say he was allergic to the sun, which makes no fucking sense. But he used to do that shit where you go from one brightness to another.
Yeah, it's
makes sneeze.
I mean, like so yeah, it's so basically. In my situation is that you know like I basically so like pretty much every single time I leave my house I just go guys like that.
This joke isn't even relevant anymore. So.
Just like when you're in your like just imagine just when I'm sick in bed and I just start making the sound of like the loudest orgasm ever. Just so copy up the storm just flooding out that noise.
I wonder if Callan is reading the stream. I'm keeping an eye on it. A lot of it. If you guys are asking more questions, I would be engaged.
Anyway, I gotta get going. I gotta get going, guys.
This is probably honestly we got a good 2 hours out of this stream. It's just about a half hour short.
Yikes! My thing has been rendering for 2 hours. That's a yikes moment.
I'm going at like 20 at half past, so I've got like 7 minutes to kill. So
yeah,
right,
you
cool.
got.
We'll let you go. You have anything
okay,
final
well,
to say?
like I just want to say.
Oh, you dickhead! You can't stick around for 7 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying Cage can go, and then we'll.
No, I've stuck around longer than I probably need to anyway. So, anyway, just remember, the IDS funny, Caleb Lang not funny. Larnu is the weird one.
Get out of here, Pikmin Jake.
But this would be a good place. Obviously, I have 7 minutes, but why don't we just all end it now? Then everyone leaves at once.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so.
All right. So.
Okay, but
here's... wait. We haven't talked about our sponsors tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so let's talk about NordVPN. See. If you're like IDS's coworker and you like looking at suspicious material online, you're going to get caught. But with the VPN, though, you can encrypt your traffic and not get caught while doing that shit. That's why you need NordVPN or the Tor browser. But NordVPN, though, is subscription-based, so that's actually a profitable business. So let me tell you, okay? You go to caleblang.bitch.nordvpn.com. That's your promo code. Okay, that URL there is your promo code. Okay, you go to nordvpn.com, put that whole entire thing, caleblang.bitch./nordvpn.com. insert it in there, okay? You get 0% off a 3-year subscription plan for NordVPN. That's so amazing that it would make Maito say,
Oh. Wow. I don't know. I can't.
Yeah. That's the bit. Okay, you guys got it. Yeah,
Wait.
you guys are on top of it.
What about ExpressVPN? We have our other VPN
Okay.
service.
Well, here's the thing. ExpressVPN is shit because it's the one I don't use. Anyway, so
Also, I just got to say, I said I had 7 minutes. I have to go now.
Oh no!
Okay, so
right.
yeah, and you know what? He would have been able to leave later if he had NordVPN because NordVPN.
Do it live.
All right, thank you for being here, everybody. This was a fun last-minute stream. IDS is about to go watch his friend molest a kid. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Yo, did it not end? Gosh darn it! Oh, it's giving me the double button. Man, I really wanted to end naturally. Ah!